Yo guys, what's going on? It's your boy Holmes here, and today we're going to be reacting to the highlights of the Trump-Harris presidential debate. So let's get into it, boys. Here's the video here. I can't get it in proper quality, but it's good enough. I don't know why.
Kamala Harris.
You can thank the people who put this up, but anyway,
Kamala Harris.
Harris going in for the handshake, boys.
Welcome to you both. It's wonderful to have you. It's an honor to have you both here tonight. Why do you believe it's appropriate to weigh in on the racial identity of your opponent?
I don't, and I don't care. I don't care what she is. I don't care.
Yeah, boys, look, they were trying to make Trump out to be racist for him talking about black jobs and things like that, you know? When Trump's simply talking about employment for black individuals, just like you talk about employment for anybody, it's not racist. It's just when people say words, you know, when you bring up gay nowadays or anything to do with these touchy topics nowadays, you know, people flag you and say, hey, you're homophobic or whatever. Even if you're just talking about a gay person or what gay people do, you know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy. But anyway.
You make a big deal out of something. I couldn't care less. Whatever she wants to be is okay with me.
But those were your words, so I'm
I
asking.
don't know. I mean, all I can say is I read where she was not black, that she put out, and I'll say that. And then I read that she was black, and that's okay. Either one was okay with me. That's up to her. That's up to her.
I mean, honestly, I think it's just a tragedy that we have someone who wants to be president who has consistently over the course.
Yeah, it's funny. He was trying to say in another convention. I was just adjusting my camera size there. In another convention, he was at a convention specifically for Black Americans, African Americans, and he was talking about black jobs and all that. And then he was talking about Kamala wanting to be a black person, and they were saying it's expedient. You know what I mean? He thinks it's expedient. She's just trying to get more votes and backing from the population of the U.S., the black population in general, by pretending to be black. So I thought that was gas when he was like, "Oh, she's turned into a black person." But
Someone who,
we're gonna
I mean,
keep going
honestly,
here.
I think it's just a tragedy that we have someone who wants to be president who has consistently over the course of
This guy was the president. He doesn't want to be president. He was.
his career attempted to use race to divide the American people. You know, I do believe that the vast majority of us know.
Boys, I don't get it. Why does everyone think that Trump's racist? You know, like, why does everybody think that Trump's racist?
That we have so much more in common than what separates us, and we don't want this kind of approach that is just constantly trying to divide us, and especially by race.
Everything that she believed 3 years ago and 4 years ago is out the window. She's going to my philosophy now. In fact, I was going to send her a MAGA hat. She's not my philosophy, but if she ever got elected, she'd change it.
Yep, Donald Trump. Let's go, bro. Man, that's gas, bro. See, this is why, like, I just think Trump is hilarious, bro. You know what I mean? He's the funniest guy going, bro. Like, come on, bro. Oh,
Believed
stop.
3 years ago and 4 years ago is out the window. She's going to my philosophy now. In fact, I was going to send her a MAGA hat. She's gone to my philosophy, but if she ever got elected,
No, she's laughing at him as well. You see, Biden wouldn't do that. Biden was like, he wasn't as lighthearted as she is. She was laughing at him.
and it will be the end of our country. She's a Marxist.
He's just a great entertainer. Like, let's be straight, boys.
Everybody knows she's a Marxist. Her father's a Marxist professor in economics, and he taught her well. She gave up at least 12 and probably 14 or 15 different policies. Like, she was big on defund the police. In Minnesota, she went out. Wait a minute, I'm talking now. If you don't mind, please. Does that sound familiar? They have abortion in the 9th month. They even have, and you can look at the governor of West Virginia, the previous governor of West Virginia, not the current governor, is doing an excellent job.
Big
But
boy
the
Donald
governor
going in.
before, He said the baby will be born and we will decide what to do with the baby. In other words, we'll execute the baby.
There is no state in this country where it is legal to kill
That's sensationalism.
a baby.
Like I fuck with Trump, like, you know what I mean, but he's far from perfect, boys. The fucking stuff he says is just it's just jokes, bro. I just like Trump as an entertainer, bro. You know what I mean?
Donald Trump hand-selected 3 men.
But also his term was pretty good. Like, let's be straight. You know, when he was president, like, taxes were lower for people, and it wasn't a bad time for the U.S. Like,
of the United States.
No wars either.
The Supreme Court, with the intention that they would undo the protections of Roe v. Wade. And they did exactly as he intended. And now in over 20 states, there are Trump abortion bans, which make it criminal for a doctor or nurse to provide health care. In one state, it provides prison for life.
Trump abortion bans. How radical does that sound, boys?
Trump abortion bans
But, you know, Trump supporters are pretty fucking radical people, bro.
that make no exception even for rape and incest, which understand what that means. A survivor of a crime of violation to their body does not have the right to make a decision about what happens to their body next. That is immoral. And
Okay.
I pledge to you, when Congress passes a bill to put back in place the protections of Roe v. Wade, as President of the United States, I will proudly sign it into law. But understand, if Donald Trump were to be reelected, he will sign a national abortion ban.
It's a lie.
Yeah, so she's trying to say that he's trying to ban abortion. I have heard him say that he's a pro-lifer and that he's not for abortion, but if you hear what he says here, it's clear that people in his camp are saying, yo, Donald, lighten up on the abortion shit because you're not a woman, you don't know what it's like. And she's really playing in the pocket of trying to get, you know, on the emotional side of women with this abortion stuff and rape and incest, you know what I mean, having incest babies and all that stuff. But yeah, she's trying to get on that side. And boys, yeah, at the end of the day, like, abortion should be available to anybody who wants it, or, you know, to be for, it's your own choice, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's keep going.
I'm not signing a ban, and there's no reason to sign a ban because we've gotten what everybody wanted. Democrats, Republicans, and everybody else, and every legal scholar wanted it to be brought back into the states, and the states are voting. And it may take a little time, but for 52 years, this issue has torn our country apart, and they've wanted it back in the states. And I did something that nobody thought was possible. The states are now voting. What she says is an absolute lie. And as far as the abortion ban, no, I'm not in favor of abortion ban, but it doesn't matter.
So he's trying to have a referendum for abortion.
Because this issue has now been taken over by the states.
Would you support any restrictions on a woman's right to an abortion?
I absolutely support reinstating the protections of Roe v. Wade. And
Of course she's going to be pro-abortion.
as you rightly mentioned, nowhere in America is a woman carrying a pregnancy to term and asking for an abortion. That is not happening. It's insulting to the women of America.
What we
Yeah, boys, getting an abortion at 9 months would be pretty tapped. And just going out about, like, execute the baby and all this. It's just to get, like, you know, people fired up. All this stuff is just playing to people's desires, fears, etc., you know, to get votes for the most part. Well, obviously, that's what they're doing. They're trying to get in an office.
is we're looking at different plans. If we can come up with a plan that's going to cost our people, our population, less money and be better health care than Obamacare, then I would absolutely do it. But until then, I'd run it as good as it can be run.
So just a yes or no, you still do not have a plan?
I have concepts of a plan. I'm not president right now. But
And if I can't really speak on any of policies or healthcare or anything to do with Trump because I don't live in the fucking U.S. or the government as a whole. You know what I mean? I don't live in the U.S., so I can't speak on, like, that kind of stuff. I don't really know what's going on.
if
I'm just watching this for the buzz.
we come up with something, I would only change it if we come up with something that's better and less expensive. And there are concepts and options we have to do that. And you'll be hearing about it in the not too distant future.
I'm going to actually do something really unusual, and I'm going to invite you to attend one of Donald Trump's rallies, because it's a really interesting thing to watch. You will see during the course of his rallies, he talks about fictional characters like Hannibal Lecter. He will talk about windmills cause cancer. And what you will also notice is that people start...
Trump rallies are the buzz, though. Like, I watched a few of them and they're good crack, but he does ramble on for a while in some instances.
leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom. And I will tell you, the one thing you will not
Maybe
hear him
some
talk
people
about
do. He
is
does
you.
ramble on a little
You
bit.
will not hear him talk about your needs, your dreams, and your desires. And I'll tell you, I believe you deserve a president who actually puts you first, and I pledge to you that I will.
We have the biggest rallies, the most incredible rallies in the history
Okay.
of politics. That's
Kamala going in.
because people want to take their country back. Our country is being lost. We're a failing nation. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
Oh,
and
boys.
this is what's happening in our country. And it's a
Boys, that's gas, bro. That's funny as fuck, bro. I gotta hire my cats, bro. The Mexicans are coming to eat them, bro. That is gas, bro. That is gas, bro. Dead.
Shame.
I need to watch that again, cause
there.
come
And
on, bro.
The dog.
Kamala's
lost
laughing
with
at him
fail-
as well. To be honest, like Kamala seems like a chill woman, you know. She seems sound, like, you know. But I'm going for Trump. I want Trump to win the election, bro. You know, Trump's the G, bro. You know, I don't care if he's talking about Mexicans eating pets or whatever. I just want him to win for the crack, bro. Have him on the news again and all that, man. The whole media hates Trump. It's crazy.
failing nation. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the
She's full on laughing at him.
pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
Oh,
I just wanna
boys.
clarify.
That's like something. That's like an excerpt out of The Simpsons or something, boys. Like, that is laughs, bro. That is crazy. Or South Park or something. Like, that is gas.
Here you bring up Springfield, Ohio, and
And look, it's even Springfield. Like, Springfield. That's some weird coincidence stuff, boys. But anyway.
News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there had been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals
Okay.
within the immigrant community.
Crime here is up and through the roof. Despite their fraudulent statements that they made, crime in this country is through the roof. And we have a new form of crime. It's called migrant crime. And it's happening at levels that nobody thought possible.
President Trump, as you know, the FBI says overall violent crime is actually coming down in this country.
Well, I think this is so rich, coming from someone who has been prosecuted for national security crimes, economic crimes, election interference, has been found liable for sexual assault, and his next big court appearance is in
Yeah.
November at his own criminal sentencing.
Trump's got a big rap sheet, but like, a lot of these cases are they're just trying to take him down. Like,
Understand, this is someone who has openly said he would terminate, I'm quoting, terminate the Constitution of the United States, that he would weaponize the Department of Justice against his political enemies.
This is the one that weaponized, not me. She weaponized. I probably took a bullet to the head because of the things that they say about me. They talk about democracy. I'm a threat to democracy. They're the threat to democracy.
In the past couple
now that's strong words, strong enough. Yeah, the rhetoric against Trump is outrageous. They're trying to pin him as like being a Hitler, like, when he ain't that bad. He's not even racist or anything. Like, you know, like, let the guy do his thing, man. Everybody wants to hate on a big confident male these days, boys. You know, Trump's just he's funny, bro. He's funny. I'll just put it that way.
couple of weeks leading up to this debate, you have said, quote, you lost by a whisker, that you, quote, didn't quite make it, that you came up a little bit short.
I said that?
Are you now acknowledging that you lost in 2020?
No, I don't acknowledge that at all.
But
I
you
said
did
that
say that.
sarcastically.
But
You know
those-
that. It was said, oh, we lost by a whisker. That was said sarcastically.
Vice President Harris, you heard the president there tonight. He said he didn't say that he lost by a whisker. So he still believes he did not lose the election that was won by President Biden and yourself. But I do want to ask you about something that's come up in the last couple of days. This was a post from President Trump about this upcoming election just weeks away. He said, when I win, those people who cheated, and then he lists donors, voters, election officials, he says will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, which will include long-term prison sentences.
Wow.
One of your campaign's top lawyers responded saying, we won't let Donald Trump intimidate us, we won't let him suppress the vote. Is that what you believe he's trying to do here?
Donald Trump was fired by 81 million people. So let's be clear about that. And clearly he is having a very difficult time processing that.
That was a strong one. That was a strong one. So yeah, boys, that's the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Had a bit of banter, talking about what's happening here, what's going on between these two. Yeah, I don't think Kamala is fit to run the country as well as Trump is. I know Trump's not perfect and he's this way, that way, but I think he's a good man for doing jobs and getting them done and all that, right? He's not a bad guy to be president. But yeah, that's it, boys. All finished up. And be sure to like, subscribe, leave any comments below. Any things you want to talk about, leave them below. And yeah, have a good one, boys.